give myself a bit of volume here on the old iPad, which isn't working. Fuck! Now it's working. Oh. Oh, g'day. We're just going through the opening sequences now. So, g'day one, g'day all. Thanks for joining us on this fine Sunday morning. Just watched the F3. How good? How good? And there's something called a hype train already. Fantastic. Here we go. We're getting the overview of Monza. Round 11. How many are there? How many are there? 14, I think. Pulled that in my out. It's early. All right. There's going to be some mistakes in this stream. I can catch that early on. Exactly what those are, we'll wait and see. However, I'll give a little bit of chat on the old F3 race there while we wait for the F2 race to get going. How good? I've said it before. I'll say it again. How good? Who's on pole? I'm alone. Last corner, last lap, championship, deciding overtake. Bang. The only way it could have been better is if it were round the outside. If it were round the outside, like, just everyone should have just got nude on the pit wall. But, I mean, what a finish. Good, great guts from Fornaroli. He's a nice kid. Spent a bit of time around him last year in Trident with Clement. So, no, great stuff. Good to see. Good to see. Hopefully he gets a decent F2 seat. And we can see if he's any good. In these shit boxes, here we are, looking at Ollie Behrman. He's going to be starting 8th today. The man on his way to Formula 1. Yesterday's race winner in the sprint race. A good day for him. The Ferrari fans out in force early. Novalak phoned me about 20 minutes ago and said he was just jumping in a car to get to the track in time for the F2. I'm not sure he's fully comprehended what time the F2 actually starts, so it'll be interesting to see if he makes it there. As you can imagine, the traffic in and around Monza is some of the worst on the planet, so here we go. We're going through the grid. All right, so we're going to go from 14th up, 15th up. Chris Miney starts 15th. Then it's going to be Jack Crawford, Jacques Lunet, P14, alongside Zach O'Sullivan in the 13 spot. Then we've got rookie Oliver Goethe starting P12 alongside Josh Dirksen, who's been pumping out some good results in that AIX machine so far this year. Then it's Fittipaldi and Cordial on row 5. Fittipaldi putting in a good showing yesterday before absolutely destroying his tyres. Behrman and Marty, two good chums. They'll share the 4th row, P8 and P7 respectively. Then we've got Kimi Antonelli, this week's latest F1 driver, alongside who we thought might well have been if he'd pulled his finger out of his ass this year, Victor Martins. Then we've got Dennis Hauger alongside Paul Aron. Very menacing photo of Paul Aron there. And then Isaac Hadjar, who's just got so much horsepower right now, and Zane Maloney, P1, who's in a similar boat. So, interesting to see how this one shakes out. I like a bit of chaos. Oh, there's the Corruption family. Next to their new son, obviously. Yeah, but you just see how this one shakes out. I think... I don't know how this one's going to shake. You never know how Monza's going to shake out, and that's kind of the beauty of Monza, I suppose. I remember watching the live timing a few years ago when Marcus was doing this race in that car that we're looking at now, poor Aaron sitting in it. And I think he broke just about every rule that you can entering the pit lane that day when he was trying to win the bastards. So, hey, look, memories. Around the autodrome. I remember this race last year. Here's a personal story. I remember this race last year. I was also actually quite late to the track. I showed up probably now. I got into the paddock about now, and watched in the F2 paddock. There's like a sort of hospitality area. There's a lunch area and there's another like hospitality like coffee lounge area, and that's where most people, friends and family, will watch the race because you obviously can't watch it from the grandstands, the circuit or anything. So but I was sat next to Frederick Vesti's mum when our teammate basically took him out of the race and championship contention. And that was a real awkward moment for me. Because, yeah. And we've got a staller. I might hazard a guess and say that's Goethe. No. It was for sure, but he's got going. So he'll be right. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's been a lot of forestation going on around Monza? I feel like it used to be greener. I feel like there used to be more trees. Is that just me, or is that a thing? Is there an Italian in the chat who can... I don't know why you would know. If anything, anyway. Formation... Oh, sorry, I should probably sync this bitch up. Formation lap's underway, and they're coming down to Ascari now. Apex. Getting a lot of messages about trains and hype, so that all sounds positive, so thank you for that. Right. Isaac Hajar, P2. Formula 2 cars don't really fit that well in the first chicane, so we'll see what happens there. I said to Clem to Clem earlier on the phone, if you just stuck all the F1 grid in an F3 car, the sport would be fixed. It's so good. Jesus, a slow old parade around to the line, isn't it? Predictions? Alright, I'm going to pick a winner, and I'm going to say it's going to be... Bortoleto. I think I've got a funny old feeling that Bortoleto is going to have a hell of a day today. Right. Medical cars coming up to the back of the grid now. Pissed with the green flag is... Up it goes. He's got the green flag. Now he waves it. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and now they're going to go out soon. And it's a fucking shitter of a start from Hajar. Oh, not as bad as it first looked. We're 4 wide already. This doesn't bode well. Didn't end well yesterday. There's some Red Bull cars moving around, but it looks like they're going to find their feet. A big old lock-up. Oh, God. Aaron and the high-tech implosion. I mean, it's a real thing. It's got physical matter. It's not Fugazi or Rawazi. It's a woozy. It's real. And the Prema cars storm into P2 and P3. How good for them. Behrman and Antonelli run 2 and 3 line astern. What the hell happened there? That was absolutely stunning from Behrman. That little crossover there and that tight little space that he had to do it in the chicane on Anson. That was nice. What the fuck happened there? Right, they're getting messy down the back straight towards Ascari. Bortoletto's on the back of this, the man who I've picked for a good day. People ask me how I coped with Marcus's race. I didn't actually see it. I don't even know to be honest, I don't even know if I made the start thinking about it now. I don't think I actually made the start. I saw the results. So, yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, with and there's more damage for Hauger this year. To be fair, that's a fucking, Jesus Christ. This doesn't look like it. Here's a fun fact. That's a €45,000 incident. That's 45,000 euros what's just happened to Dennis Hauger. 45,000 euros. Not New Zealand pesos. Euros. 45 fucking bags right there. Jesus Christ, I hate this sport. What was I talking about? Somebody who can remind me what I was talking about before I went on a fucking spew about the increase in costs in junior formula racing. And I think you can probably guess where this little peeve has come from, given the news of the weekend. 280 grand without a fucking engine in it. Are you joking? Sorry. Right, I should have broken down that shit show of a restart, but I was moaning about my job. Well, basically, heaps of people just took to the escape, and Aaron got done by Marty. Or was it Hedger? One of the Red Bulls just DA douched. Poor Aaron. Okay, so there's Hedger. He's there. Then he moves. Then there's Marty down the inside and just steams into the back. Yeah, that's not his greatest moment. Yeeted. Good word. Yes, that's what the kids would say. Yeah, Pepe's down the inside and he's yeeted Paul Aaron, who's the yeetee in the situation. And yeah, is he out or is he running around? He's out. So, the high-tech implosion. It's a real thing. Doesn't even leave when Ollie Oakes leaves. So there you go. So that thing's permanent. Change the name of the team. Right. Maloney, he's going to get us restarted. He's backed the pack up. We're going down the back straight. Behrman's looking very horny. I really don't hate Behrman for a double win here this weekend. One of his specialties, of course. And that would really shut some haters up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maloney is not out of the woods here. Hadjar pesting on the back of Dirksen. He looks like he's strung for a bit of straight line for Hadjar, which is strange. Behrman doesn't mount an enormous challenge on Maloney into T1. Doesn't need to. We're only on lap 3 of 30 getting restarted here, so let's all just calm down, alright? Here we go. He's got some momentum into, is it Rubatso? Or something like that. Ruvatsa? I don't know. I don't know all the names. Bortoletto moves up 1. Good. He's now 14th. And there's some dust in the background. Somebody's off the road. I think it might have been Villa Gomez. No, it was Fittipaldi. Bevan's using a lot of road. Looks quite comfortable. All right, Behrman's still got the pace there. He's not fucked off, or is he on a? Has he got a tyre advantage? I like one of the very few things I like about the F2 car is the noise that the turbo makes when they come off the throttle, and then you hear them all go at once. It's like doo doo doo. It sounds like those vortex things you had as a kid that you could never really get right, but as soon as there was an adult in the room, they seemed to be able to do it. Sounds like those. Here we go. Here's Behrman. Oh, thought about it under brakes, but still 26 to go in this bitch. A Vortex Howler. Is that what they were? Dan Carter did an ad for them, and it was the funniest thing ever. I can't remember exactly what happened. Anyway, 4 of 30 here. I'm going to try and maintain my focus. So that's sort of all over the back of one of the tridents there. I think it might be, I don't know, Stanek. I know it is for sure. Javelin warm up with the Vortex. Yes, that's a great reference. Do you remember when they used to make you do shot put when you were like 6, and you're like, why the fuck are we doing? It's basically just dribbling out of the palm of my hand. Fastest lap for Maloney, so he's put a little bit of breathing room between him now and Behrman, who does still have that DRS though, 6/10 behind on the road, but it looks like it's heating up a little bit over P4. Hadjar looking to make some moves on Dirksen, but not getting through. Crawford with a better running so far today. Actually, both Dam's cars are better running so far today by the looks of things. No, 1's and 17th. That was another blue, I would assume, Williams livery. Cordell's going all right, actually, in this second half of the year. The high-tech implosion doesn't seem to have applied to Cordell, but it never really does go well for the person that's doing better in the championship. We might need to get might need to get a historian on that. But yeah, the high-tech implosion. I mean, wow. Yes, there's Aaron already back in the pit lane. Yeah, he may as well. If I was Paul Aaron, I'd just hang up the boots for the year. But maybe that's why I'm an insurance broker and not a top-level athlete. Antonelli radio. Was that a mutiny? Okay. Oh my goodness. Dirksen's just caught Antonelli absolutely napping whilst he was plotting and scheming away on his teammate with his race engineer. Actually, outrageous stuff. That's great racecraft. So much traction for both cars. That looked like Sky Electrics. That was amazing. I really enjoyed that. Great stuff, Josh Dirksen. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again today. Josh Dirksen is my driver of the year, my underrated, under the radar driver of the year this year. Because I had no fucking idea who he was when he showed up, and that car's a real piece of shit. And he's just busted out some fucking shit hot results in it. Like, good on him. And he's just done an F1 drive around the outside. They haven't been told to get rid of that rubber. So they obviously do not like the Hypersoft. Who is my pick for the Sauber seat? That's an interesting... Here's Behrman into the lane. I'll address that later. I don't know how much money Maloney has, and that's going to dictate a lot of it. That's the short answer and the truth. Oh! Massive lock up in the background there for one of the Red Bull cars. That might be Pepe Marti making a pest of himself again. Antonelli under big pressure here now. He is battling to keep Hadjar behind. Well, he's on the same tyre though, so it's a little surprising. Going to see what the undercut looks like as far as a strategy option from Behrman's side of the fence. Maloney being told to box, so this is going to be interesting. Obviously, he's going to need a good stop. Antonelli stopping as well, so we've got... This is going to be interesting. Jacques Lunet getting a little bit loose over the gravel. He's all over the back of his former teammate, Isaac Hadjar, now as they come down towards Ascari. And actually, when the dust settles, I'd like to make a good point that I thought of on Thursday. Oh! Antonelli's just run off the road. For the second time so far this weekend in this sector. Hadjar, oh. Okay, so Hadjar's up to third. Right, now who's boxing? It's going to be Maloney then first. All of them, everybody. Absolutely fucking everyone's coming to the pit lane. Now this might hurt Maloney. He could get punished on the way out on a slow release, but it looks... Holy fuck. Lollipop came up in time, but shit, he took his time finding first. So we'll see what happens there. I was on the edge of an unsafe release. I don't know. Okay, it's been a solid stop. Oh, and Hauger's looped it at T1. How the fuck has he done that? Oh, Bevan's been done filthy there, but... He would have had a good take there, yeah. But 6 and 2 threes on the strategy there, so I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway because we've got a yellow flag S1. Oh no, here we go. Here's Behrman on the hot tyre. So for some reason I thought we were on a safety car there, which we probably should be. There's a car stranded at the fastest part of the racetrack, which is the braking zone, but anyway. What the fuck do I know? I'm just an insurance broker. There's the safety car. Thank you. Right. Okay, pit stop windows open. So this is actually... Maybe this isn't the right time for me to make my point. Come on, Gabby. So can he go in? Can he box? This could be an outrageous Nostradamus moment from James Harvey Blair once again. Come on, Invicta. Don't fucking make me look like a dick now. Get that on. Get that tyre on, son. Yes, Gabby. Gabby Bortoletto comes out in the net race lead P6. How good. I said it at the top of the show. I've just got a good feeling about a good day for Bortoletto today. But look, there's still 21 to go in the thing, but I'm just saying. The man knows what he's talking about sometimes. Not just a hat rack. I don't know if I'm happier for Gabby or happier for myself, to be perfectly honest. And I know the answer, actually. It's me. And how's this? Gersa in his first ever F2 weekend is going to lead the race on the road. So that's cool. Okay, so Hauger's the slightest of touches upon Dennis Hauger's ass has sent him into a spin. He's having a fucking rough year, man. I hate to see it for old Patrick. Hottest on the grid. Hottest on the grid by a margin. But yeah, just having a real shitter of a year in that MP. Should have stayed at Bremen. Couldn't have. Outbid. What's everyone's opinions on the best race weekend to go to? I would honestly say Zandvoort. Because you're pretty close to Amsterdam. The transport's not that bad. The fans are good. Monza's actually really good fun. It's just a real bastard of a thing getting in and out. My advice would be to do what I did at Monza last year. Show up for the F2, enjoy that, enjoy the sort of pre-race stuff, watch the start of the race, and then leave at lap 20. So that was good. Actually, to be fair, if you can be fucked and afford the flight, Melbourne Grand Prix is unbelievable. Melbourne Grand Prix actually is really, really, really good. It's just a fucking long way to go. Silverstone sucks ass. Whatever you do, if you live in the UK, if you live anywhere else on the planet, do not go to the British Grand Prix. It fucking sucks. When I say it fucking sucks, I'm struggling to think of words. That doesn't do it justice how much the Silverstone Grand Prix fucking sucks. To just say that it fucking sucks. It's the most pompous but least organized piece of shit that you could ever imagine. The ugliest, the worst of humanity is at Silverstone. And I'll tell you why. It's because it's English Formula One fans who can afford the tickets. And English people with money are some of the worst people in the world. History tells us that. And it is just whatever, you just please, even if you live in Milton Keynes, I don't care. Don't go to Silverstone. It's fucking shit. But that's just my opinion. You know, you go if you want. We're about to get this thing restarted with the rookie at the front of the field. And off he goes. Pulls quite a relaxed race restart. Bortoletto's done some stuff. Oh my God! Some high-speed sewing from the AIX dude, whatever his name is. Holy shit, that was simultaneously seriously bad and seriously impressive. Maloney, Bam and Dirksen going at it, as you might have overheard in the commentary. Miata takes the off-road. I think that's the only place I've seen him so far today. Come on, Gabby. I love Gabby Bortoletto. 19 is no, I've got my maths wrong there. Is one of the AIXs now. This guy's had more hits than Elvis so far on this lap. Okay. Good on Ollie Gerson, still leading the way. He's held on to his pants. on this restart. His first restart in the Formula 2 car at the front of the field. Good shit. Some more activity in the chat about which Grand Prix to go to. I'm going to steer away from that one before I'm banned from Silverstone, but you get the picture. Okay, so Gabby's on the back of one. Down the outside, he's going to have tyre. No. Somebody pinched a brake in the background there. I think it might have been one of the Tridents running off. Or it could have been that little patch of gravel on the inside of the chicane. Not much. It's settling down quite quickly here. It's settling down quite quickly here. Okay, so the running order as it is now, and I'm not exactly sure where they all sit on the strategy, so you're going to have to, use your own initiative here. Intuitions, perhaps is the correct word. As Behrman makes a move on Stanek, keeps it nice and tidy over the curb. He's going to have to hold on to this one actually into Parabolica, because Stanek is not a man who typically hesitates when there's an opportunity to chuck his nose in somewhere where it doesn't belong. And case in point, that's exactly what he's doing here. So, interesting. Some things never change. And Behrman's going to lose 2 spots out of that one, I think. Yeah, he's lost out to Dirksen, so... Yeah. Right. Why the fuck is my AirPod message coming up now? That's not what I wanted. Miney's just made a move for the lead and got it done with a bit of brake work and another AIX off the road. Fuck, like, all right. Miney now leads this thing, and he's gonna have to defend it coming into Rats of Feel Me Up chicane or whatever it is, but. So he's going to hold on to it. Miney leads. Bit of damage from Behrman I'm overhearing on the commentary. So, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, like, Gab's got, 3 seconds to Maloney. So, hold on to your hat. No, the gap's not massive. He's going to need to clear this car quite quickly. To be honest, the best thing that they could do, and I appreciate that this is a customer championship, but if I was the team boss at Invicta, I'd be on the radio to old OG Kush Miney, going, look, let Gabby go, and then we're just going to keep you out there in old tyres, and we want you to hold everybody up that you possibly can. It's going to fuck your race up, but I tell you what, we'll give you another test day half off. Then it's only 40,000 euros for the test day. So everybody wins. Got a real bee in my bonnet about expenses this morning. Here's Gabby down the inside on the brakes, easy as you like. Done. Behrman with that damage, as we've said before, like in the qualifying session in Azerbaijan, is going quicker with a small amount of damage as his teammate takes off the road. Can we put some fucking gravel and some walls in here, team? Like, it's like this weekend has been like rallycross. It's just, you don't know where to look. I don't know if it's good or bad, actually. They get Behrman off the road. Fuck's sake. And Martins just fancied it, I suppose. He wasn't even fighting anyone. Okay, so Miata's got a penalty for a collision with Aaron. If we've got the Estonians in the chat, could you correct me on that pronunciation? I had to explain the difference to somebody this week of enunciate and pronunciate. Who was that? Oh, I won't say. It's just an embarrassing moment as an adult. So, Behrman, that was... I mean, was it unwise or was he not to know that they were too wide on the inside? I'm not too sure. But it looks like he might have got away with it. As an adult, please just learn the difference between pronunciate and enunciate. Well, actually, the fact that pronunciate isn't a word. You pronounce things by enunciating them correctly. And somebody said the word. Who was that? That's some idiot. Said, "Oh, I don't know how to pronunciate that." And I was like, "Well, you don't know how to fucking pronunciate anything, you moron, because that's not a real word. It's enunciate." Fuck, I've really woken up on the wrong side of bed this morning. Somebody mentioning my point, which I will get to shortly. Behrman claiming he's driving bumper cars. Don't disagree. Miata doing a move on the inside of one who's on some really old tyres now. So Vashaw's on for Vashaw from stalling on the grid runs a net P3 right now, which is hilarious. Hadjar runs outside of the points. This is actually looking like it could be Gabby Bortoletto's birthday. But he's got to keep his head down. He's got to do the business, as they would say. Yeah, some people notice I'm very aggy today. I've really woken up on the wrong side. Anyway, let me just check that I don't think we're going to get any excitement for a little bit whilst I prepare to make my point. We're going to get a replay. This is the Behrman damage. Yeah, I mean... Okay, so... The point that I would like to make... I don't want to seem like it's to the detriment of anybody. But I feel like it's important that people remember the final results of the 2022 Formula 2 Championship. Now, hear me out here. I appreciate that this is old news, but maybe it's not. Liam Lawson scored 149 points in 2022, in his second year of Formula 2 with Carlin. In Logan Sargent's rookie year, he scored 148 points and finished right behind him in the championship. Now, if you look at the court of public opinion, and which it is of those two drivers right now, of Liam Lawson and Logan Sargent, again, teammates in 2022, finished 1 point apart in the same car. And now, you look where Lawson is and the way he gets spoken about in the media and social media more particularly, and then you look at the contrast to that and Sargent, who delivered the same result in an F2 car, essentially, as Liam Lawson. So it's I think it's a good reminder and like a good refresher of just like how fucking brutal this sport actually is, even once you get to Formula 1. Like the politics and all the bollocks in Formula 2 are pretty extreme, you can take that from me, but I mean, I haven't really looked that far behind the curtain in Formula 1, I haven't had any friends in it, so I mean, it's sort of, there's things to the untrained eye, and to the trained eye, to the very trained eye, that sometimes it just doesn't work out for really, really, really good drivers in Formula 1, which Logan Sargent was. He is an incredibly good driver. For whatever reason, it just didn't pan out, and it did, like, the car didn't agree with, but whatever. So I don't want, I feel, I know Logan Sargent as a person, so like when you see all the negativity online, you're just like, oh, fucking hell, I actually know that he's a real human. And I think that's just a piece of information that I felt like I should. Not should. I've got no, fuck, people don't care what I say, but, it's not irrelevant, is it? That, just because it didn't work out from Williams, it does not mean he's a good bloke and a good driver. And also the fact that Felipe Drugovich scored about 260-something points in that same championship year and is without a Formula 1 prospect, which is fucking criminal. And again, just a testament to how shit and brutal and political this fucking shit sport is. That we all get up early in the morning to watch on a Sunday because we're freaks. Anyway, that was my point. That I felt like making. Agree or Agree or fuck off, actually. I was going to say agree or disagree, but no, you can agree or fuck off. This is North Korea as far as I'm concerned. Melody doing a bit of off-roading. Goethe's doing a fantastic job. Good on him. And why wouldn't he? He's a Red Bull Junior and all that shit, so... Oh, okay, Girth has actually just shoveled off the Championship League. That's pretty funny. That is funny. Fastest 6-2, Gabby Bortoletto, 1.2 seconds up the road now. Come on, Gab. There's some conversation about Mick Schumacher in the chat here now. Look, say what you will about that second Williams seat, but I mean, I'm going to get crucified for this, but for me, James Vowles in this role at Williams is just making himself look like more and more of a cock. My 2 cents. Do you know what he fucking said? All right. Do you know what he fucking said in the media? And he's quoted on this. I'm gonna fucking, all right. I'm gonna paraphrase what he said. I've got 2 drivers that will instill fear into the rest of the Formula 2 grid. Fuck off, mate. Are you fucking joking? Fear into the rest of the grid. Pull your head out of your ass, sunshine. You've got 2 guys who are deemed not as good and nowhere near as good as their fucking superstar teammates. Albon was fucking fired for not being as good as Verstappen. Then you've got fucking, who have they, like Sainz, who's been let go because he's not fucking as good as Charles Leclerc, let's be honest. I'm not throwing shade here, but like, dude, don't say that you can bring fear into the fucking, when half the fucking paddock's fired your drivers, bro. Cunt. Anyway, 10 to go here in this F2 feature race, and this is hotting up. I've really racked myself up this morning. I'm sweating. This rod and gum cashmere is no joke. Oh. Getting some agreement in the chat, so that's made me feel slightly better. I was a little bit nervous about that. Fear into the... Oh yeah, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen are going to be fucking terrified of Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon. Grow the fuck up. Sorry. That's it. I'm done now. I'm done now. That's probably a lie. Hadjar, on board him. Yeah, and you want to talk about not special? Look at your job as a fucking team principal, mate. Before you start throwing not special around like it's a fucking boomerang, look in the mirror. Like, what have you achieved? You told Valtteri Bottas to get out of the way once. That's why you're famous. What have you actually achieved? You've piggybacked on fucking Toto and Lewis for the last fucking how many years. Now you're getting found out for being actually fucking shit at what you do. Sorry. Now I'm done. Now I'm fucking mostly done. If you're going to call someone mediocre, you better be fucking exemplary. That's just all I'm saying. Anyway. Publicly. Anyway. 21 of 30. So they've been Popular gravel trap there between the two Lesmos. There's not more. 3-second lead for Bortoletto. 5-second lead realistically on the road, which we love. Everyone's having a bit of a moan on the radio now. It's kind of that point in the race, 9 to go. Should see some pit stops pretty soon from the alternate runners, but it's a relatively fundamental radio message from Prema there, but I appreciate that you've got to give some encouragement. Antonelli flirting with the dust line there in the braking zone at T1, but gets away with it. Study his weaknesses and overtake. Well, yeah, it's kind of your only job as a racing driver who's not leading. that's kind of default mode. Where's Pepe Marti? We're probably going to release that episode this week, and I know I've said that many times, but Rory said it was ready to go and texted me last week, and I said cool, but I think Rory's busy. He might be here actually. He might be at Monza, so probably this week it'll come out. It'll have almost no relevance whatsoever to anything now, because it was filmed in early May. The first week of May, I think that was filmed. That is how bad the audio was, can I just say? Anyway. It's not a good podcast. It's not a good podcast. Anyway, watch it. It'll be out there. You can fucking watch it or you can not watch it. It'll be out there for free. So, anyway. Right. Any tips to go into the 24 Hours of Le Mans? Depends on why you're going to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. If you're going to the 24 Hours of Le Mans as a race fan, then go to another race. If you're going to the 24 Hours of Le Mans as an alcoholic, have a great time. You're going to have a lot of fun. That's my advice. Get a caravan. Don't tent. One does not tent. Which F2 driver gives the most trustworthy restaurant recommendations? I mean, I haven't been on the F2 scene this year, and usually, to be honest, it's us that recommends the restaurant because they're children. Juan's the oldest and probably the most culinarily experienced, developed. Yeah, JM. He's usually good for a booking actually. Come on, Gabby. Prove me right. I really want Gabby to win. Now, especially. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the broadcast, Gabby from P nowhere on the grid was my pick for the win, which was a rushed decision, I won't lie, but it just felt right. And so far, it's feeling good. Prema's side by side again. And they're finally going to run each other off the road. It had to happen at some point. And it's Antonelli who's run Ollie off, so interesting. Am I going to any more races this year? No. I am staying put. Am I staying put? Yeah. I'm not going to the Middle East. Ever again. Not going to any more IndyCar. I was going to go to Nashville, but they moved it to the Oval. So, nah. I can go to Nashville any old time, you know. And then if I go to Nashville another time, Marcus can actually have a drink with me. So let's just do that. No more races for me this year that are not. Oh, actually, well, to be fair, I'll do the LMS races. I'm going to be in Mugello in Portugal. I can't recommend more Mugello or Portimao. I've only ever been to Portimao before. Um, I know that Mugello is only a stone's throw away from Florence, and it's in Tuscany. But I mean, the Algarve's lovely too. I mean, for me, it's probably, having never been to Mugello before, I'd probably say I'll prefer Mugello by a nose. But Portimao's lovely. It's about an hour from the actual nice bit though, so you do have to go quite far inland to get to that circuit, and it's a bit dull. Like the circuit itself is a bit feels a bit more like it's got a bit of an airport vibe. You know what I mean? Hope I helped. Right, 25, 5 to go. We're going to get a replay of Maloney and Martins getting a little bit flirtatious with each other. No, that's not Maloney. This green on the AIXs is really throwing me. Right, here is Antonelli looking at the back of P5. How many times have I seen screaming Meals merch at races? I mean, well, I mean, it depends what you mean. I probably see a T-shirt or something at every race that I go to. But I'm probably hanging out in the right areas. But I would say on average, maybe 2 or 3 per race. Something like that. Love to see more. They're still for sale. Screamingmeals.co. Get online, get your T-shirts. Actually, it might be. Is it still available? Or do we close that link? Can someone check if that link's still open? And buy one? If it is. Right, Dirkson's got the fastest Sector 1 and Sector 2. Gabby's got the fastest Sector 3. Okay. Oh, it's not available? Okay. Fine. You won't buy them anyway. There might be some more merch in like a couple of months. But it will be very, very, very different. That's what they call a hint. Is it a hint? I don't know. It might have a sort of stationary vibe. We're still assessing products. It's not going to be a T-shirt. The next one. There will be another T-shirt, but there's not going to be a T-shirt. The next one will be a T-shirt. Tote bags are an option. It just doesn't match the branding for what the next merch drop may or may not be, depending on several factors. I literally can't tell you anything more than that. I'd be breaching NDA. 27 of 30, Bortoletto with a 6-second margin over his teammate. And this is looking like the shout of the century from me. I'm not, hey, look, it's a Mechachrome engine and gearbox, so I'm not going to speak too soon, but, you know. 3 to go. Alrighty. I'll give you the order. How about that? I'll do some actual commentary for the first time. It's Bortoletto from Miney, from Maloney. That's your top 3. Then you've got Richard Verschoor with a great run from the pit lane, maybe even. P5 is Antonelli, P6 is Dirksen, P7 is Victor Martins, P8 is Ollie Behrman, right where he started. P9 is Villa Gomez, and 10th somehow is Miata. A couple of guys probably still yet to stop. I don't know if Miney's stopped. .28 of 30. Now, here is where my concerns begin. On lap 28 of 30, as we ride on board Isaac Hedge, currently runs outside the points in P13. You hate to see it. Clem is in Monza. Trident's just won a championship. And if it finishes like this, Gabby's about to win a feature race. There's quite a good piss up at Monza. It really is a good piss up after Monza. Here's the thing. If I know anyone that enjoys a good piss up, you can see where I'm going with this. So that's my concern for Monday, and actually probably leading on into Tuesday. He's getting towards his mid-20s now. And we do have a full day of meetings on Tuesday. So that's... Hey, look, we'll see. He's an adult. He can make his own decisions. But he's going to have to live with the consequences of those decisions. But we'll see. Obviously, whatever happens, I won't be telling you guys. But I'm just saying that these are my concerns. These are my confessions. Nothing really much happening. Miney's boxed, so now it is Bortoletto from Maloney, who's going to feel pretty hard done by here, and quite rightly so, but fuck it. Fun. Alright, 29 of 30. We're there or thereabouts. Come on, I just want this thing to end now. Final lap. We're on the final lap now, so we've got about another minute and 30 in this one, team. It's been a solid F2 feature race, actually. Quite, ooh, fuck. Bit of safety car drama, bit of strategy coming into play. No complaints. I mean, nice championship shake-up, actually, as well, with Bortoletto and Maloney being P1 and P2, and Hadjar out of the points. So, actually, we needed this, guys. I'm not going to lie to you, we needed this. The championship needed this. The fans, the industry, the universe needed this. Good on you, Gabby. He's such a lovely guy as well. Ah, Albert. That's his manager, by the way. Also, lovely guy. Love Albert. He's so funny. Pesting around in his white shirt and those French shoes that sort of older middle-aged men wear, that they've kind of got the fabric stripes on the side of them. They're not trainers, but they're not work shoes, like those things. They're hilarious. Real sort of brothel creepers. Bortoletto crosses the line for one of James Blair's finest predictions of all time. And I think that's what the headlines will read. I mean, look, spend enough time around these paddocks, you get to know the gist of things. And my genius is it has developed quite substantially. So that's good news. Great stuff. some validation for me early on in my Sunday. I'm now going to go to the office and do some sports gambling on the Formula One and do some work and do some other shit. So, hey, thanks for doing all this shit. So, yeah, cool. We'll see you. Is there an F1 race? If there's an F1 race next week, I might actually do the IndyCar. I don't know. I might do the IndyCar. But if I do, I'll see you fucking some other time. Cheers, mate. Oh, and there'll be... Alright, fuck it, I'll promise it. Pepe Marty podcast this weekend, obviously a Cleanse One Corner on Wednesday. See you, team. Have a fucking good one.